Hi Virgo, welcome to your July reading. All right. From the beginning of July, you feel this need to be more private. You just need a little time to yourself. Considering that Mars will square Uranus in Leo, Venus will square Uranus in Leo. Both of those squares happening behind you in your subconscious. You may even want to indulge in some destructive behavior. Very risky behavior, but in secret. So until about the 21st, your life is a closed door to basically everyone. No one really knows what you're doing. They have no clue. But you know. You know that the stagnation and the general malaise of the past year has finally worn off. And you're just getting your legs under you. By the end of July, you're bright, you're bold, you're social. Excuse me, some would say you're even a season early with how buoyant you appear. Your rebirth is a bit early, but something in July, I think it is that secret time. It gives you a space away from the eyes, the critics, those you feel that you have to live up to or explain yourself to. And in that little bit of comfortable space where you don't have to explain yourself, something really profound is happening with you. Whatever that secret ends up being, whatever you're nurturing in the dark, it may turn out to be really wonderful for you. Either in that it aids in this rebirth that the Scorpio card nods to, or because it turns into something you can do for money. You started off as either a hobby or a like, and it turns into something that you could very easily see yourself doing and making a great living. So it doesn't have to be something secret and destructive. It can be secret and very productive. Now, that Scorpio card is also someone from your past that may have left a really deep dent. Someone you would either like to resolve things with or try again with. Here's my question. What's the point of the rebirth? What's the point of taking the risks? What's the point of nurturing yourself in the dark? Just so that when you're almost perfectly healed, you can allow someone who makes a minimal effort to come in and destroy everything. How does that work? And why? You're supposed to be right now feeling like your best self. So if you're not feeling like your best self, then it is in your best interest to communicate to whomever it is that's making you feel less than or attempting to make you feel less than. It is completely okay for you to speak to this person about how they can't diminish you. You waited all through Mercury retrograde, you didn't say anything, and now you should say something. Moving on. Ooh, something has fallen down. Let's see. So you have Venus moving into your sign, and then you have Mars moving into your sign right after. And you're just really, really lucky everybody else is having a bit of a tense time with it. Their emotions can be all over the place. They're saying the wrong things, but you're saying all the right things, and you're connecting with all the right people, and your connections are sound, and they respect you, and it's all very, very positive. It's very, very positive. Right? So for you, unlike everybody else, you don't have to run yourself through that Cancerian, what do you call it, obstacle course, right? Of examining your feelings, and now, what does this harken back to, and what wound is opening from this? You're so far ahead of the game right now. That's why I said it's like you're a season early. You're so far ahead in the work that had to be done. You did so much of that work that now, the last thing I have written here that I just really wanted to get in there, that now your feeling coming into August is, if I played, I could win. But should I play just because I can win? Should I get into this just because I can dominate it? Should I do this just because I'm good at it? Should I, entertain this just because it's easy? That's the point you get to by the end of July. You're so confident. You feel so good about who you are. You feel so on top of all the things that go into making you feel secure. You've been doing all the work. And now you have all this luck and all this fire and all this love. First in your 12th house, and then, and then you have it. How gratifying that this would happen for you with still so much prep time left until your season. Because I know how you like to be by the time your season comes around, and it makes total sense to me. But like I said, you're early. You're so far ahead of the game that you can actually relax a little. You can splurge a little. Just remember to keep doing the work. And also, very, very important, like I said, wherever you feel that things are not reflecting this very high standard to which you are not only holding yourself, but which you are treating yourself to, pampering yourself with. Wherever there is a disconnect between how you are living your life and how the external reality is treating you, that's where you need to speak up. And you need to speak up right when you feel those things, and just say it how it is. This is not okay with me. This is not, this is not enough. This is not good enough. It's nothing personal. And it is nothing personal. It takes a lifetime to understand your worth and your value. And once you do, which I feel that so many of you are there, once you do, it becomes, almost sacrilegious to allow anything less. But you're doing it in a really nice way because you're self-reliant. You've got your own things going on. So it's not like anyone needs to bend over backwards to treat you as you should be treated. But it's interesting that even though it's so easy to give you the respect you deserve, or to give you the props you deserve, or to pay you more, even though it's so easy, people have such an issue with allowing you those wins. But that's a conversation for another time. We can have that conversation in Leo season. How about that? I love you. Let's look at these cards. Hi Virgo, welcome to the second part of your reading. So, secret spotlight. You have so much going on in the subconscious with Venus and Mars there in Leo that you can't help but come back to this idea, excuse me, of the road you didn't take. The road you would have taken if you had been a little bit braver. The road you would have taken if you could have stomached a complete rebirth. For some reason, that road, that path, it's haunting you. And then Mars and Venus will move. On the 22nd of July, Venus moves into your sign. So here you've been until the 22nd mulling over that which you can't have, you didn't pursue. You may not even have any sort of opportunity to have it now. And yet the regret of not having pursued it, the regret of perhaps giving up too soon or settling, is nagging. And it can lead you to a sort of split where one side of you is very much what everyone expects. And that side of you is doing very well. 6 of Wands, everything has once again very publicly fallen into place. And then there's the other side of you. You are so close to being whole and happy again. Whatever you've been through, you've made your way out of. But somehow, the toxic pull of it gets your attention. And so July begs this much larger question of what exactly is the attraction to mediocrity? What is it within you that prompts you to settle? Is it insecurity? Is it anxiety? Is there something secure and stable to you about settling? So on one hand, you feel very successful in the settled life. And on the other hand, you have an almost ravenous desire to do that which is very much opposite. To be reckless, to pursue secret love affairs, to go off on your own and not tell anyone what you're doing. Venus moves into your sign and then Mars moves into your sign, and by the end of the month, any sort of inner conflict you had going on about this double life is gone. You take this role on with a fervor, Magician, the Lovers, the Sun, and you're out here. You're confident. There is an element of doing something secretly wrong that makes you very confident, and you are right there. You may even meet someone at this time. But to start a relationship during Jupiter retrograde is not advised. So be careful there. At work, that 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles means that you are finally seen for that which you contribute. And all the credit that should be yours is yours. This may prompt you to be a bit lavish, the Hierophant. And that's fine. You deserve it. Venus will bring you more and more luck at work. The less you chase it, the more it'll come to you. As you progress at work, become more popular, make more money, realize that there are people who will try to bait you, to try to kick you out of this flow. For sure, you want nothing to do with that. They really have nothing against you. That's the most amusing part. They just recognize this flow and they know that this flow can take you everywhere. And they want to disrupt it. So by the end of July, your job becomes just keeping all the disruptions at bay, whether they be internal or external. This secret need you have, as you can see, it fuels a very important part of you. So although you may feel like being self-righteous, don't hate yourself. Any impulse that you have is just a redirected desire, something that you would very much like to do openly, but for one reason or another, generally because of a sense of propriety, you can't. But as you can see here, like I said, that side of you feeds something very important. So we don't want to discount anything within ourselves. We want to embrace everything that we are. And this is a part of that. So it's also a month of acceptance, self-acceptance, and appreciating the parts of you that may not always be the prettiest or the most perfect, but are for certain the most fun. Yes? Yes. I love you. It's going to be your season before you know it. If you would like to take a look at the extended version of this reading, there is a Vimeo link, a PayPal link, and a Patreon link below. The first part of this video has been up for about 2 weeks on Patreon. You can join the Virgo tier or the Virgo plus the Za tier. The Za is the early morning walks we take. They're so much fun. If you're interested in a private reading, a personal reading, there's a Cameo link below. If you are interested in these beautiful revolution rings, this is the World and this is the Empress. Both of these are available at the revolution rings link below, and all of this you can find easily at ambercon.com. I love you, love you. I'll see you in the extended right now.